Hey guys, it's Liz, the Enhanced Stitcher. Feels like it's been quite a while since I've made a video, so everything feels new and scary again. I was sitting here before I pushed the button, trying to think of how do I do this? What do I say? Well, we'll give it a go. Okay, so the last time I made a video, it was the end of May, so it's been more than 2 months now. So all of summer, today is August 5th, 4th, August 4th. So I kind of have that teacher brain in the summer. You don't know what day it is, and really it doesn't matter too much. So why has it been so long since I've made a video? I don't know. I guess I could come up with excuses. So I guess my main reason is that my sister-in-law had been visiting us for 2 months. My husband's sister, they live in Inuvik, Northwest Territories, Canada. That's way up in the Arctic Circle, and she has 4 kids, so she brought her 4 kids down. She didn't stay with me, she stayed with my in-laws, but we tried to stay pretty open to plans with them, going out, doing things. It had been many years since we'd seen them. The youngest was 5, and we'd never met him yet. So we got to meet some new cousins for my kids. They hadn't really had any relationship with their cousins, and now after 2 months, they've basically become best friends. So it was really hard to see them go the other day. So earlier this week, we took them back to the airport, and they're in Canada again. So it's sad, but it's also good to reform relationships that you had in the previous. Oh, there's Martha. So my sister-in-law's name is Sandy, and she's actually the reason my husband and I met. Sandy and I were friends and went to her house to spend time with her and ended up dating her brother. So probably not the first time that's ever happened, but I'm thankful for it. Okay, what else happened this summer? We went to amusement parks. We went to the lake for a few days with the whole family, rented a big old house and spent time together at the lake, and that was fun. All right, let's get on to the stitching. 2.5 minutes of life talk for the 2 months we missed it. Good enough. All right. I have 1 finish, I have 2 new starts, and I have a big old pile of whips. Let's start with the finish. I finished Winter Rose Manor by with I Needle and Thread, Brenda Gervais, I think. It's funny, you get the Flosstube empty head, where of course I know these things, but the camera's rolling, so you forget everything. So I stitched this on 40 count R&R Brenda's Brew. I stitched the house with the called for color. I know lots of people were switching it out, but I like to go against the grain, so I just went with the called for. It was very similar to my fabric colors, so I backstitched the edge of the house to kind of give it a little differentiation. I think it's cute. All right, so I also made a couple of changes. I put in 2008 for my wedding year, and I put 3 little baby birds there for my 3 children. I'm not sure if I made any other changes. I think that was everything. Yay, done. Okay, on to new starts. Little Robin Designs. I started this one here, the Justice. I did a lot of this around the 4th of July. I didn't get that far, but what I did do was around the 4th of July. I got the J and the U, and this is on 22 count Oslo bisque. I didn't really know what that was, but I found a bag of stitching fabric at my thrift store, so I picked it up, and I liked this like a light pink color. I liked the color on color with the red on the pink, so I thought I would try it. And I also am using my first Belsois. This is 3 Alarm Fire silk. It's a little, it's soft. It's a little microfibery. So if you don't like that texture, then I don't know if it's for you, but maybe other companies are better. I do like it, but I don't know that I like it a whole lot more than cotton. I'll try something else. I'm sure I'll convert myself eventually. I also had a birthday start. My birthday was in June, and I started Strawberry Fair by October House Fiber Arts. I've seen a lot of people start and work on this one this summer. I'm stitching this on 36 count R&R Vanilla Bean, and I did not get far at all. This is probably the least amount of work I've ever put into a new start. I think I just kind of picked it up for a few minutes and on my birthday, and then that was it. Just a little bit. Okay, on to my whips. I'm going to start with my yearly focus. This is the piece that I pick up every month, and I put a page finish on it. So this year I am working on Heaven and Earth Designs, As the Leaves Turn, artwork by Jane Wooster Scott. And here I am so far. I feel like I've been working on this one a lot this summer. Right now, for August, I'm working right in here. You can see I've started my building. There's the roof line right there. It's gonna go down that way. Look how ratty these look. I like taking something kind of like messy and ratty like that and turning it into something pretty. I think that's a fun process. The sky is beautiful. I kind of got bored at some point during the summer and just started working on random things. So I went across a ways on the top, and I went down on the side. Just kind of went wild. Okay, next I worked on and finished a page on Huckleberry Farm by the Blue Flower. Oh, this is 25 count Easy Count Lugana. I always forget the fabric. Most of the time I don't know the fabric, so I don't say anything, and then a few times I do know it and I forget. So I always get comments about what is the fabric, and I usually have to guess. This is Huckleberry Farm. I finished this page down here, so all that's new. Got 2 pages left and then it will be finished. This is 40 count. I want to say it's called Somerville Sky or Summer Sky. I'm leaning towards Somerville Sky, but I also know someone with the last name of Somerville. And so I'm not sure if I'm making up that name as the fabric or if I'm just thinking of someone's last name. But it's either Somerville or Summer Sky, and it's by either Seraphim Fabrics or Fabrics by Stephanie or something else entirely. But it could be one of those combinations. I'm sorry, I don't have better information for you. It's a light blue. If you're looking to start this, I would not necessarily recommend doing light blue. I do like it, but I've seen it done on much darker fabrics, and these white flowers pop so much better on a dark fabric. They really kind of blend in on this light blue. I would, if I were to start it over again, I would either do the called for, was it slate? It was a darker color. I would definitely do something darker, but then you don't want these dark colors to blend in too much. So I would do kind of maybe like a medium color. I also worked on Sunflower's Farm by Corey Batacore. I did not get a page finish, but I did work a bit on this side of the house. I really didn't get a whole lot done on this one at all before I pulled something else out. And this is the one that has that horrible margin at the top. I know everyone told me to sew fabric to the top, and I know I need to serge the edge. I have a serger. I just never got around to doing that. And I got a lot of room on the bottom, but for some reason I thought that was a good place to start on the top. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It might end up being a big pillow. I worked on Tudor Bee by the Blue Flower. This is my 1/1 mistake project. Let's see if I can turn that down. Yeah, this is I think this is a 36 count XJU. It's probably dapple brown. It looks like a piece I cut off of another piece. And this is one that I really don't know. I think it's a 32 count. It's kind of like a purpley gray color, but I don't know the name of it. 1/1 on 36. It's cute and tiny, but I can only do a strand or two of this before I need to put it away and pull something else out. And so I pulled out my other over one piece. If you have never watched me before, or you don't remember from my earlier videos, I keep all my projects in this round basket, and the way I decide what I'm going to work on is I just pull whatever's in the front, try to finish a page, then stick it back in the back, and they kind of just filter through. And so these were right next to each other, so I did 1/1, a couple strands, and then I pulled this one out, and I did not finish a page. I just got a few strands in on this. But a little progress is better than no progress. I do know what this is. I still have the tag. It is a 32 count Legacy Lugana Picture This Plus. And everyone says Picture This Plus is a tight weave, and it is true. It's a pretty color though. Oh, I didn't say what it was. Feather Tree, Sally's Feather Tree by, I think it's Kathy Barrick. I didn't know when I bought this pattern that it was all 1/1, mostly 1/1. These big stars are 2/2, the rest is 1/1. That's not true. The actual tree is 2/2, but all the ornaments are 1/1. Okay, this is the day. I finished a page on this. I'm making good progress on the house. Got the creepy goat. I know some people have changed the goat. I do think he's kind of random and creepy, but I still stitched him anyway. I like the bee. I love the pink house. He's so cute. Haven't gotten to the words yet. This is by, I think it's Plum Street. Let me look. I just have all my, I have all my working copies out. I just pulled out all my working copy cover sheets. Yeah. This is the Day by Plum Street Samplers. Black and white. But that's what I had on hand. Okay. Next is a big one. I've got last year's yearly focus. The one that I did a full page on every month last year. I have Honest Abe by Twin Peaks Primitive. And this is a big one. So I worked in this area, got the harp, worked on the flower arrangement and the masks at the bottom. This one is always fun to work on. It's 36 count. I think it's next Jew. I don't know what color. It's kind of like a peachy color. Hold it back. I don't know if you'll be able to see. It just looks kind of beige in the camera, but it's got a little bit of a peach hint to it. This thing really is massive. It's a very large design. I love patriotic stitching. I like Abraham Lincoln. Don't know where this will go when it's finished, but we'll get to that when we get to it. I worked on colonial dry goods. This isn't my favorite to work on. It's kind of not my taste anymore, but I'm so close to finishing it that I just will persevere. I think I ran out of this linen color. Or that, or I just, maybe it got to the end of the month and it was just time to change anyway. So I have a little bit more to do in the apron and I need to finish this bottom. But I do know I got a little progress on it. I don't know the fabric. It's very mottled. I think this is going to be a short video. For being away for so long. I thought it would be an hour long, but it's looking like I didn't have as much to say as I thought I did. What is this? Come Into My Garden by Blackbird Designs. And here we are. I'm not sure if I finished a page on this. I probably did. I don't know what the fabric is. It feels like an R&R. It's kind of like that smooth feeling that the R&Rs have. And it's got to be a 40 count. I like how the colors look on this fabric. It's a very muted palette. And I only have one more. I have A Thousand Hills, I think this one's called, by Plum Street Samplers. And I think I finished the page on this one. This has 1/1 words. And then the little birds are 1/1. I'm pretty sure I did that in the wrong color, that outline, but I'm gonna keep it because I don't normally pick things out. I normally just work with it if I can. This fabric is yellow and it's a 40 count, but I don't have any other information on it. Okay, so it's just a quick one today. A quick update. Hopefully it won't be 2 months before my next one, and maybe I'll have more to talk about next time. I don't know. Every time I thought about filming, I don't know what to say anymore. But I just had to turn on the camera and get it done. It's kind of funny, my family has been bullying me into making a video, kind of. Mom, are you done filming? Are you ever gonna make another video? And so you guys have been patient. They have not. All right, thanks for checking me out again. Sorry it's short, or you're welcome it's short. I know some people really prefer a shorter video, so. All right, I will come back next time. Goodbye.